warm welcome for our special episode, India Day at Oxford, the first of a biannual series organized by Network 18 to engage with global policymakers, business leaders, of course, and academics on mapping out an agenda for growth for India. And joining Network 18 for the launch of the India Day at Oxford were External Affairs Minister Salman, Khurshid, as well as the Leader of the Opposition, Arun Jaitley. They were joined by the Chancellor of the University of Oxford, Lord Christopher Patten. And the event also saw Network 18 instituting an annual scholarship in Oxford called the Pran Nath Scholarship for an MSc in Contemporary India. The first edition of this special event focused on India, a political economy for the 21st century. And here are the highlights.
Morning, everyone, and very warm welcome to India Day at Oxford. We have a very promising morning ahead, very eminent input into discussions today. Mr. Salman Khurshid, the External Affairs Minister for India, with Lord Patten. A little later in the morning, Mr. Arun Jaitley in conversation with Rajdeep Sardesai. We have very eminent academics from Oxford. Thank you all for being here. We will begin this morning with a prayer to mark the institution of the Pran Nath Scholarship. And to tell us a little more about that scholarship and what it's all about, Matthew McCartney, who heads the Contemporary South Asian Studies Center at Oxford. Matthew.
Right, well, first, a very warm welcome from what I apologise is a slightly chilly Oxford. Also slightly subdued Oxford, given how close we are to the exam season. Right, Oxford has, as we'll probably find out, a deep historical engagement with India. But unfortunately, history and sentiment and even academic excellence don't pay bills. The parents among you will probably realise or have noticed how expensive it is to be a student. Oxford University has a big aspiration: to give places to choose students on the basis of ability, not financial means. The university have made a lot of progress in recent years, but there is a lot more to do. This is why the Pran Nath Memorial Scholarship is so important, and why our heartfelt thanks go to our very generous donor, Mr. Rajya. The scholarship gives full university fees and generous living expenses for a student. I mean, a lot of these living expenses obviously have to go on warm clothes, given the climate, but it enables a student of exceptional academic merit to come and take the Masters in Contemporary India at Oxford. So without further ado, big thanks to Rajya, to Network 18. Without further ado, I'm passing over to Sanjay for the prayer.
We will now have the lamp lighting along with the Saraswati Vandana, a prayer to Saraswati, the goddess of learning. May I please invite onto the stage Vandana Malik, the Executive Director of Network 18, Lord Patten, Mr. Khurshid, Mr. Jaitley. And Matthew, would you very kindly step back again? Thank you. Very kindly be seated again. Vandana, do please stay on. A quick word about Vandana Malik. She's one of the founders of the Network 18 group. She was there at the very start, and she has been building particularly the entertainment part of the business. Vandana Malik.
Thank you, Sanjay. Very good morning to everyone here. On behalf of my brother, Raghav Behel, who unfortunately is not able to be with us today due to unavoidable circumstances, I would like to welcome all of you to the institution of the Pran Nath Behel Memorial Scholarship and to the first edition of India Day at Oxford, a Network 18 initiative in partnership with Contemporary South Asian Studies Program of the Oxford University. It is a proud moment for me to be representing my family at this most special day. The one person I am missing the most is my brother Raghav, as I know how hard he has worked for making this a reality. This scholarship is the most befitting tribute to our late father, Pran Nath Behel, IAS, retired, as he insisted he be addressed. Both Raghav and I have received several of life's values and lessons from him. And perhaps the most valuable lesson was the importance he laid on being educated. He often told us that a good education is the only tool that can empower us to charter the course of our destiny and that of our family for generations to come. He was the son of a school principal with very modest means. Added to this, the family was uprooted from Punjab in Pakistan at the time of the partition, which left them homeless and penniless. I think it perhaps was around this time that my father realized that education alone could lift him and his family above the vicious cycle of low-income poverty. And to do so, he had to somehow make it to St. Stephen's College and to the IAS, both of which he did. So armed with this single objective and an undying resolve, he set his soul and mind into into achieving the impossible. Excuse me for the stumbles and the fumbles, please. He was a very honest man, with a very strong will. It was his grit and determination, especially in the face of adversity, that became our inspiration. In our growing up years, I remember we really didn't have very large pocket money, but we actually did go to the best schools and colleges in our country. In fact, I think it is because of that that we are gathered here today to celebrate his life and his achievements. It was a proud moment for us when Contemporary South Asia Studies Program, Oxford University, approached us for a scholarship support for a deserving student who was not able to afford the program of Contemporary India Studies. We thought there could not be a better commemoration to our father's memory and the values he believed in and lived by. It was his dream, actually, that one of his children, neither Raghav or me, would have studied at this university. Unfortunately, I could never make the grades. And Raghav, who actually was always the topper and always on the merit list, decided to do an MBA instead. But I truly believe that it is through, actually his dream is actually realized by Richard Topo, who is the first recipient of this scholarship, and by all the other students who will, in time to come, be awarded the scholarship. I'm sure somewhere up there, he is raising a toast to all of them and blessing them for a great future. We at Network 18 are very privileged to have got the opportunity to partner with Oxford University, and gives us great joy to be involved with the evolution of this wonderful initiative, India Day at Oxford. We do hope that going forward, this will develop into a platform for a healthy debate and discussion on India's role in the 21st century. Thank you all for being here today, and do enjoy the first ever India Day at Oxford. Thank you.